Okay, so I am extremely ambitious, but I am also a complete and utter idiot. Today I decided to try and see all the memorials and go to Arlington Cemetery, and let me tell you, I can't feel my legs. I have no idea how many miles I have walked. I started at the hotel near the Capitol, went down the entire length of the National Mall. I got to see the Washington Monument, Lincoln Memorial, what else? All of them. Korean Memorial, World War II Memorial, and then I crossed over the river, the Potomac, to go to Arlington. I wanted to catch the changing of the guard. Now, until April 1st, so it's like I think October to like the end of March, the changing of the guard happens at the top of the hour. And as I was going across the bridge to go towards Arlington, I looked and realized that I was probably gonna miss it by like 10 minutes. So I ran. I ran over the bridge, got to Arlington, had to go through security, and then had to run to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Now, if you've ever been to Arlington, or if you haven't, I am warning you, to get to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, it is all uphill the entire way. I was dying, absolutely dying by the time I got there. However, I managed to get there 30 seconds before the changing of the guard started. So I made up 10 minutes by running. I don't recommend doing that.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I am Sergeant First Class Godler of the 3rd Infantry Regiment, United States Army. Sergeant of the Guard, Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. The ceremony that you are about to witness is the changing of the guard. In keeping with the dignity of this ceremony, it is requested that everyone remain silent and standing. Thank you.
I am going to stop and check my navigation because I have no idea where I am right now. In fact, my navigation doesn't know where I'm at. I am pretty sure I'm going in the right direction though. So, after I saw the changing of the guard, they had a ceremony of the changing of the wreath. And when I left there, I went to JFK's burial and the Eternal Flame. Then I went to Robert Kennedy's burial site. From there, I wanted to go back across the river, but not the way that I came, because I wanted to get a different perspective. So I walked all the way to the end of Arlington Cemetery, at which point, I'm checking my navigation, at which point I walked out and it dumped me basically right at the Pentagon. So it was kind of cool because I wasn't planning on seeing the Pentagon, but I managed to see that. I did not do the tour because I figured it would take a while to get back, and if I did the tour, then that would eat up too much time. So I tried to head back. However, okay, I'm gonna check my navigation real quick. I think I'm going. Yep, I was going in the wrong direction. Yeah, that's how my day has been. So basically, when I left the Pentagon, the directions to get back were a little confusing because there was a lot of construction. There was actually another woman there that she was struggling with it too. We were both like, where are we going? But started heading through the city of Arlington, and then I managed to hit more construction and could not follow the route that my navigation was telling me to go. So I had to backtrack 6 blocks to get around it. And then I finally got through. I found a really good Mexican restaurant. Let me see, I've got it on my phone. What is it called? Tacombi. It's Tacombi in Crystal City, which is, I guess, a little community in Arlington. So got some food there. It's very good. And now I am trying to not get run over by bicycles. I am trying to make my way across the river so that I can go see the tidal basin, which has, I believe, the Jefferson Memorial, the FDR Memorial, the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial, and I think maybe a couple of others. So I'm trying to make my way over to that, and then from there I'll have to make the long trek back to my hotel. At this point, just to get to the Jefferson Memorial, to give you an idea, just to get across the river to the Jefferson Memorial is 2.4 miles. And then I have to go about 6 miles to get back to my hotel. So when I get back to my hotel tonight, I'm going to try to sit down and figure out exactly how many miles I've actually walked. Off the top of my head, I'm kind of guessing it's probably going to be close to about 20. And it did not help that this morning I woke up with both of my knees swollen. Right now, my legs are killing me. But I will see all of you at the Jefferson Memorial when I eventually get there.
When you leave the Jefferson Memorial and walk around the tidal basin, you'll come to the Franklin Delano Roosevelt, or FDR, Memorial. This memorial is considered by many to be a favorite. That's because it has many fountains which in the winter and early spring do not have water in them, and many statues. Seeing the cherry blossoms in the spring makes this memorial even better.
made it back to my room. I am so exhausted. Oh, I am so tired. So I actually mapped out everywhere that I went, all of the different stops that I went today. And now granted, what I mapped out is exact except for the fact that I did have to backtrack some. There were some road closures and that sort of thing. And then I did have to stop at Target because my phone was about to die and the charger that I brought with me, my cable, was not working. And so I had my my battery pack, but no way to charge my phone. I did have to stop into a DoubleTree by Hilton hotel, and they were just so kind and let me charge my phone just enough to let me make it to Target and get the cord that I needed. I could have charged it all the way, but I was like, I just need to get it charged to where I can get directions to Target. So I did walk around Target, and so with the backtracking and all of that, I'm not even counting that. I'm counting the actual from point A to point B stops that I made. But I basically walked 14.9 miles today. And somewhere along the way, I twisted my ankle, my right ankle. So the rest of the way, I just hobbled along. I could have jumped onto a bus or tried to do, I don't know, something else. There are bikes here, although at that point I was so tired, I probably would have just fallen over if I had gotten on a bike. But I just was like, you know what, I'll just walk the rest of the way. And I feel like my legs are swollen, my knees, my ankles. I do not recommend doing what I did today. Now, if you come to DC, just know it is a ton of walking, but if you strategically plan it and you heavily utilize the buses, then you don't have to worry so much. But I enjoy the walking, so I decided to walk. If you are wanting to see the memorials, Arlington Cemetery, the Pentagon, you can obviously do it in a day. I started walking probably about 10 a.m. and right now it's just a little after 6. So in 8 hours, I walked 14.9 miles. I would suggest walking the National Mall and seeing all of the different memorials, and then maybe getting in a car or a bus or something and hitting up Arlington and the Pentagon. And there are buses inside Arlington, so take advantage of that. But, you know, go out to the Pentagon. They have a memorial there too that I didn't do. And then go back out, take the bus back out of Arlington and across back to the National Mall, and then dip down into the tidal basin to hit up the memorials that are there. To me, that would make a lot more sense. Of course, everyone's different as far as, you know, their walking abilities. But if you're, you know, average person, don't have too much trouble, I'm a couch potato, you know, you could do it. But yeah, I would suggest, you know, maybe doing that on a very pretty day. I was very lucky. It was busy, but not overcrowded. It wasn't obnoxiously crowded. The cherry blossoms are in full bloom, so I got to see that. That was really nice. And everyone that I kind of passed along the way was very friendly, and even found person, to take a picture for me while I was at the memorials. But now that I am back to my room, since I did eat a little bit earlier, I'm not really hungry. If I wanted to eat, I have some snacks here in my room, but I will probably take a shower, probably coat my body in icy hot, take some Tylenol, and just call it a day. I am so tired. Tomorrow, again, I don't have anything planned. Depending on how I'm feeling, I might sleep in. I might get up early. I might, hit up some museums. It just kind of depends on how I feel. So I'm gonna try to go to bed early. That way I can get plenty of rest. Maybe even ice my ankle to make sure it doesn't swell too bad. And yeah, we'll see what tomorrow holds. But today was a good day. I did get a lot in today, so I'm very excited about that. But we'll see how tomorrow goes. Bye.